everyone. Today we're going to be looking at whether objects float or whether they sink. We're going to make a prediction first to think whether we think that they will float or whether the objects will sink. So I want you to pick some objects from outside and inside before you do this activity, and you can get a bucket of water, some water in the bath or in the sink, even in a cup if they're small objects, and I want you to predict first, will they float or will they sink? Okay, the first thing we're going to try today, let's see, an apple. Trace, do you predict that the apple will float or sink? What do you predict? Let's see, we think it's going to sink. I'm going to draw a picture of my apple. We think it's going to sink. Let's see.
Oh no!
Oh, it actually floats. We got it incorrect. Let's try something else. Okay, we've got a stick, a bit of wood, a bit of a log, a bit of a stick. Do you think it'll float or sink? Float?
Yeah.
It'll float like the apple. Alright. So we're going to do our log or our stick, a piece of wood. We think it's going to float. Well done, your prediction was correct. Give it a tick. Okay, next thing. Let's see, what about a rock? I think it'll sink.
Really rock.
Our rock is going to sink. Ready? You were correct. It sank to the bottom. Okay, pick something else. Something else. Try. What's that? Yeah, a little flower, a little dandelion. Okay. What do you think? Do you think it'll float or will it sink?
Of course it will float.
Was he correct? Yes, it floats. Okay. We've got some scrunched up tin foil here. Do we think it's going to float or sink?
Float or sink. Sink.
Sink.
Float.
Do both. Let's do sink. Scrunched up piece of foil will sink. Oh, it floats. Okay. Cross next to that one. Alright, let's try something else. I have made a little boat out of some tin foil. Let's see, do you think it'll float or sink? Our boat will float?
No.
I think our boat will float. Let's see. Boat. Let's try it. Does it float?
Yeah.
The boat floats? Yes.
What if we put something in it?
Let's put something in it. So before we had our little rock, our little pebble that sank to the bottom, let's see if it will float in our boat. What do you think? Float or sink? It floated! We made a boat that could float a pebble or a rock in it. Even though the rock would normally go down to the bottom, it actually floated because of our amazing little boat that we made. Okay, so maybe you could have a try at doing a boat yourself, and you could see how many pebbles it takes until your boat sinks, or you might be able to even have a little bit of a play with your little boat. There's your Lego piece. So you might be able to get some little Lego people or some little toys that you have and set up a little boat with them playing inside of it, and you might be able to make a little play story up about where your little toys go in their boat, where they float to. Do they go to an island? Do they go to a jungle? Do they go to a city? Where do they go in their boat? Or who do they encounter? Do they see a whale or a shark? What happens in your play story? So once you've finished your play story, you can write about your predictions of your objects that floated or sank. And you can write about your amazing play story that you do about your boat.
Or you could
What
use
happens?
like a little prize that you got from
That's right. Okay, so I can't wait to hear, to see your writing, see your wow pictures, and to see what happens with your boats and how many objects you can put in them before they sink. Okay, don't forget, log up to Classdojo. Have fun. Bye. Look at
No.
everything's floating. Keep going.
Literally amazing.